All right, guys. Ian Anderson, Ben Baker, Subject Coast Disc Golf. Up today is the 2017 St. Patrick's Classic. We got the final run. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Ben?
Well, St. Patrick's Classic is a bit of a legendary tournament and course in Sacramento, California. It tends to bring out a lot of the best players in the world. Today on lead card, we have Sacramento's finest Josh Anthon leading the way by about 8 strokes over local Kyle Normand, and of course James Proctor, one of the top players in the world, and another local Mike Westlund on the card as well.
Cool. Well, this should be a fun watch, and let's watch some disc golf, Ben. All right, gang, we are out, ready to watch some St. Patrick Classic. We got the final round for you for the exciting conclusion. And this course has been around a while, right, Ben?
Yeah, I don't have the exact date, but I would say at least 20 years, probably more.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been a fixture up in NorCal. Tell us about hole one.
Hole one requires a slight uphill snake shot. You have to go around that stump tree and hook yourself back up. It requires the full S.
Cool.
So things to look for.
Yeah.
So first off, we got the return of the legendary Josh Anthon. We'll get into that a little bit more as we go on. The second thing is the legendary course. Very technical. And 3 is there are just so many highlights in these 2 videos.
I like highlights. Let's watch them.
Yeah.
So Josh Anthon turns it over a little bit too much, Ben?
A little too much. He needs that to hook up more, and he probably realistically needed it to hug that stump tree a bit
Sure.
more.
And I got Kyle next on the box.
Also coming in a little wide, but it does seem to be hooking up.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's a beaut. Yeah.
I was absolutely parked. I got Proctor up third. James Proctor, that is.
Yeah, you know this is very within his range.
Yeah, as is almost all the holes in the world.
Yeah.
The guy throws far, and he parked that one. Wow.
Wow. Playing horseshoes.
Mm-hmm. And Mike last on the box. That one needs to fade, Ben.
Oh, man. It's fading, but the wrong
Not
direction.
fading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he knows. He got a little on it.
Yeah. So here is Mike's second shot. Gonna throw it on over there.
Whew.
Is that a dart?
I don't know, but it did kind of fly like one.
Yeah, it did. I got Josh looking for the 2. This man is an exceptional putter, and he showed it off right there, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to say about Josh. You could hardly fill it up within these 2 videos. For those of you not totally familiar with him, the guy was second place in the world 3 years in a row from 2009 to 11. That is to say, you've second place at the World Championships. Consistently one of the best players in the world. Didn't tour quite as much as a few of the other players, but just always a powerhouse.
Yeah. Even took Avery to a multiple-hole playoff for that 09 World Championships.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, that was a good battle there.
With McCabe taking 10 and Doss taking 11 in Santa Cruz.
That's right. There are your 3 birdies to start off your day. Good way to do that. It's going to take us to hole 2, Ben.
Hole 2 plays over this ridge, slight ridge, and then down one again, and it's on top of a pyramid after that. You cannot go too wide on either the left or right side.
Wow. All right. Josh fires one out there, and he looks a little bit right.
Yeah, a little right and a little short, yeah.
Kyle going forehand here.
Kyle has a monster forehand. This is the first one you'll see.
Nice.
And he's about to walk this one in the basket.
Whoa.
He almost Tiger Woods'd it from 335 feet.
He did, man. I like the forehand for this one.
I love it, yeah. I mean, you do have a little more room, too, when you're going wide.
Yeah, absolutely. And the slope of the embankment, too.
Right.
Yeah, Proctor got a little flippy on him. But,
Kinda
good
similar
slide.
to Josh's, but he had a good slide, yeah.
Yeah, that one worked really well. Mike also taking the forehand line.
Yeah, Mike's also got a great forehand. This one's coming a little wide. I'm not sure if he's going to get as close as Kyle did.
Oh,
but
there it is.
He actually didn't get the big skip that Kyle did, so he ends up closer.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So here is Josh from short right on this elevated basket. Oh, he did it!
Ooh.
Nasty.
Man, he's back.
Dang, man.
James walks by the camera here and says, his game never left.
Wow.
So, I mean, then again, those of you not completely familiar, Josh spent about 2.5 years locked up. He is back now like he never left. And it's just hard to believe that he's only been out for about 4 months, and he's in the lead of this tournament by 8 strokes.
Like riding a bike, man. Just get right back on it. Oh,
Shoot.
Kyle.
I mean, I'm thinking he must have been really good at that bike.
Yeah, for real. Kyle kept a little bit short on there. Here is Mike, also coming up short, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Just a hair.
Yeah. And Proctor looking for the deuce. Well done.
Yeah. James has come to play, too.
He has.
It's going to take a tall task to catch Josh in just 18 holes, though.
Yeah, especially if he's going to start putting like this.
Yep. And he's on his home course.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle
out.
missed his comebacker for the birdogey. Mike fortunately cleans up the par. But Josh just pushed his lead by 2 strokes right there.
Yeah, and I mean, some of you might be saying, oh, I know James Proctor, but not these other guys. Well, you got Dustin Keegan on the chase car, Jeff Faze in the mix, Shasta Chris. There's a lot of top players out there.
Wow, nice, man. Cool. Oh, that looks like puts James into second place now. That's going to take us to hole 3. Where are we going?
Hole 3 plays great for a power forehand, but that OB is looming. There's this high grass over there, and it rides all the way up to about 10 feet left of the basket, maybe 20 to 30 feet. But, I mean, the thing is, if you go OB early, then you have to take it way back. There's no chance of saving par.
Gotcha. Josh laying down a sweet-looking roller.
And I just cannot believe this. I've seen this so many times now, and I just can't believe he threw a roller straight at the OB. If that touches the high grass, it's sticking, and he's probably taking a bogey.
Josh's roller game is amazing, though. Like, legit,
not only,
very good.
That's one of the strengths of his game, which when he came back after being in jail, he was still 3rd in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So you say, what's this guy's strengths? I don't even know who this guy is. Well, he's got one of the top rollers in the world. He's one of the best putters in the world. The list goes on.
Yeah, one of the best rock throwers in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Leopard throwers.
Oh, man, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyle, again. This guy's throwing darts.
Dude, power forehand.
Crazy.
Yep.
Almost spiked that one. What's going on here?
So they're trying to get a ruling on Mike
Okay.
because he's out of bounds, but there's this one little nook behind the basket where you can cross over inbounds. And the spotter gave him a read on it, but, you know, they take a look at where it is, and they kind of, in the end, really just have to make a judgment call.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And they did say that he crossed over there. Now, like I was alluding to, if he didn't cross over there, he's another 100 feet back.
Oh, wow.
But as it stands, he did cross over that nook, as you can see, with a few feet to spare, and he's able to save par.
Yeah, gets the 3P. Josh looking for the great 2 after that roller. Well, he's human still.
Man. I guess.
Yeah, barely.
He's not going to shoot 18 down without an ace.
Oh, Proctor needed that one.
Ooh.
There
Yeah, I
is.
mean, Proctor's going to have to basically black out the whole course to catch Josh.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
As
with the other guys.
Yeah, very true. Kyle,
I think
after
we're
almost
seeing that
acing it, gets the birdie at least.
Kyle could very well fight his way back in it just as well as James. I mean,
Yeah.
him and Mike, it is their home course. They know these lines just as well as anybody. And this is a local-friendly course in the sense that it's very nuanced. There's lots of small technical details to it that you don't catch at first.
Yeah, that, and it's not a bunch of 500-foot holes where the touring pros can crush you with their arms, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to throw some tight technical shots. So hole 4, it's over to the right, Ben, is that right?
Yeah, speaking of technical, this is the first appearance we're going to see of the creek, which wraps around both the front part and the back part.
Wow.
Riding up to about 50 feet short, and wow, Kyle just perfected that.
Showing off that local knowledge. Whew. Josh, who also is local, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
3 of the 4 players are local here.
Yep. That one caught a mid-tree.
He was happy with the second kick. He thought he might be headed to the creek.
Oh, gotcha. James?
Now, see, the real deal about this hole is you see that stump right there off the tee?
Uh-huh.
The creek is right in front of it. So if you nail that stump, you're probably taking it from right there shooting 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Mike?
Everyone who's played this course more than a handful of times has likely hit that stump, ended up OB, and decided they never want to hit that again. So it's in your head.
Nice. There he is, just laying up for the par. Yep. And we got Mike from pin high left. Oh, it's aggressive.
A little bit.
Yeah. So is Proctor safe? Or is he OB?
I think he actually was safe just by, a few feet.
Gotcha. Well, there he was for a 2. He'll end up with a 3. And Mike looking for the par. No worries there. Josh will clean up a par after James does. And how about this drive from Kyle?
I mean, the guy's putting on a show.
He is. He's putting them real close.
Yeah.
They haven't stuck every time, but he's putting them close.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's gone par free to this point. Parking hole 1, parking hole 3, parking hole 4, with the unfortunate skip, which led to a 3-putt.
That's right. Too funny.
Justin Fife in the house. He helped us out with some footage. Thank you very much.
Nice. Kyle plays an exciting brand of golf. I'm down for that.
Dude, always. Yeah.
All right, hole 5. Where are we going?
Hole 5, one of the longer holes on the course. You're playing over the creek. Got to shape a left to right shot, and then ideally have it come out and, go straight a little further.
Sure. So Kyle put a mean ante on that one.
Mean ante on a little too much and got a real harsh kick to the left. Gotcha.
Josh playing the flip. That's coasting nicely.
It's got the height.
Leo, what do you think?
No, I guess he clubbed up a little bit more, maybe. Maybe like a Wraith.
Okay, I can see that.
Just guessing. Could be a destroyer.
Yep. James? 370, that's mid-distance for James.
Right. Although I suspect he's thrown a driver too, because it's nice to get it up in the air a little bit and shape it.
Yeah. He finished a little bit short, right? We got Mike up next.
Yeah, he was hitting some headwind there.
Mike throwing the hyzer flip. That's getting looks like a little too much turn.
He's also hitting some headwind.
Oh, and some trees.
Ooh. Yeah. That's pretty hairy over there, as you can see now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's dense.
Really kind of a trouble area most players try to avoid, but, these guys are going for the birdie. They're going all out. And Mike kicks a tree.
Yeah.
He's going to have a tough save from there.
Yeah.
This is Kyle way left.
That was a good out for the most part, anyway.
But just catches that branch. He might have been headed right under the basket again.
Yeah. Mike.
The gallery in tow.
Yeah.
Trying to save par. Come on. Come on.
Wow.
So high, it went over the frame.
Yeah, that was a moonshot right there.
Wow. Let's see it again.
That was great. He gave us some oomph, too.
I mean, yeah, that disc was practically scraping the ground. Man,
it went over the branch, didn't it?
It went over the branch, yeah.
Wow.
That's some kind of special. Whew. Nice putt.
Josh even likes that one.
Oh, yeah.
Game recognizes game right there.
That's right.
Here's Proctor coming back for the 2. Man, we're seeing some things, man.
What did I say about highlights?
You are not
just kicking the party off.
You are not joking, man.
Whew.
They are putting on a show for this gallery.
From the high grass. He can't really jump.
No.
And just, has to put anhyzer on it just to reach it, really.
Yeah, full flex on that putter right there.
And you couldn't really hyzer putt with the tree there. Yeah, that's another pretty special putt. I was hesitant to put back-to-back slow-mo replays in there, but, I mean, they're both worthy.
They were, man. Kyle misses his putt, unfortunately. Was that for par?
That was for par. He's going to be taking another bogey, and he still hasn't had a par yet.
Too funny. Oh, Josh.
Oh, a little uncharacteristic putt by Josh there. It's definitely
it was
off his form.
Yeah. It cleans up at least.
But I'd be surprised if it holds him down for too long. Players like that, they're very strong mentally.
Yeah, I could definitely say that about Josh. Yeah. There is Kyle with his another non-par. As Josh walks off with his. James got a stroke on him, though. Take that lead down to 6. That's not outrageous.
No. I mean, we got, 13 holes left.
Yeah.
That's doable.
It is indeed. Hole 6, what's the story?
One of the more technical holes on a technical course, 278. You've got the creek in front and behind the basket. The front is more a danger of these branches hanging nearby it right off the tee. But then if you go about 30 feet long, you're in the creek as well.
Oh, wow.
James really placing it perfectly, getting that, necessary left to avoid the creek and still staying in the circle.
Yep.
And Josh doesn't need to watch explosions.
No, he's doing his MJ impression.
That's right.
You don't need to watch perfect drives. He knows where they are.
Right.
Mike Taking a pretty similar line to Proctor, but might be fading a little earlier.
Yeah, and it's a little high with all those branches.
Yeah.
When he does catch one, he'll be having a scary putt looking at the creek.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kyle looking to get back on the birdie side of the non-pars.
Right. And this looks silky.
It did, didn't it?
Just don't go long.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And parked.
CTP. Not the first time he's done that.
Uh-uh.
So here's Mike's scary putt, Ben. Is he running this one?
I kind of think he has to. I wouldn't want to miss right. If you miss left, that grass or those branches might catch you.
Oh, well. Good miss.
Well, better to err on the safe side.
Yeah, exactly.
You never really want to miss low. You got to want it, right? But
yeah, you do.
You also got to not want to go in the creek.
Accurate. Good 2 from James. I'm sure Josh will be making a 2 as well, despite the funny stance.
Yeah. Yeah, there will be some more funny stances out here. This course lends itself to it. It'll make you a better putter, really.
That's true. It's kind of like daylight like that. You always have interesting putts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, daylight made me too safe of a putter.
What?
It really did, because I was always trying to alter my putt so I wouldn't go flying into a canyon.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Huh. Just daylight things. That's interesting. I never thought about that. Can shape your game if that's where you play all the time.
Yeah.
Very true. All right, 3 birds. I think just like hole 1. We're on to hole 7, par 3, 374. Looks like a pretty.
I finally get to show this off. Hole 7 looks like a 7. Kind of. It's not exactly like a 7, but it is shaped kind of like a 7.
Wow. Beautiful mind, Ben.
It's a beautiful tunnel of
a
hole. You don't usually see a tunnel that goes multiple directions. It's more so this second half of the fairway. Oh. But you have to keep it low, and you really have to hit this line just right. Too much left, and you're on the hillside among a million trees. Too much right, and it's the same story, just on flat ground.
Wow. Proctor had a great-looking drive, hit that late tree, and Josh kind of just squeaked just outside it.
Oh, my gosh. Talk about a local route. He knew how to get between all those trees.
He did, didn't he?
No luck involved.
Bite that one off. Oh, that's too stable.
That is just a little bit, and that hillside can be real nasty. It's just sort of a crapshoot whether you get a good look through there or not.
Yeah, I don't think he rolled down.
Even the good looks through there aren't that good.
No. Mike throwing the hyzer flip as well. Staying hyzer, though.
Oh, that's a beauty. Just a little bit left and then catches a nasty roll.
Oh, man.
But he could roll in the creek, actually.
Wow.
But I think he stopped up short.
So Kyle goes for the forehand pitch up and gets pretty close. Did he stay out of the creek?
Yeah, he's safe over there, probably about 30 feet.
Okay. That was Proctor just laying up after that tree hit.
Who's never done that? Backed right into a tree. Oh, so painful.
Mike after the nasty roll away. He'll take a par. And Josh looking for a stroke on the card right here.
Yeah, and he just really doesn't have that straight option, so you'll see him shift to a straddle here.
Yep.
Now it's more open, but he's got to kind of fire it. No problem. Josh has got every putt in the book.
Just banging him. What a putt.
Yeah.
One of the best spin putters of the game, if not the best.
Oh, yeah.
Pure spin putter, anyway.
Sure.
Yep. Kyle makes a good putt. Cleans up his par. Mike does the same, and so will James. There they go.
And on to hole 8. Josh is going to pull away here if they don't catch up quick.
Yeah, he does. He's got, 7 strokes right now over James.
Yep.
And hole 8, 230 par 3.
Beauty of a hole. Hard right turn, dogleg. Creek wraps itself around the basket. Forehand or the big anhyzer. And I think Josh is taking a beat-in rock here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This is what beat-in rocks are supposed to do.
Yep.
It's just beautiful.
Man,
So
I remember the first time I
beautiful.
saw him throw a rock at 2011 Worlds. I was like, you can do that with a rock? That's amazing.
I'm saying it is amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, his floaty annies are so nice with that disc. James goes for the forehand and kind of just went long, Ben.
Yeah, definitely not the line he drew up in his head. A little long, catches those branches, and he could be in that creek.
Oh. Kyle goes a little bit higher. Kind of looks like he kind of compensated for James's error.
Yeah, and he cut that corner a little bit, which helps if you're trying to park this.
Yeah.
This right position is very, very hard to reach.
Yeah, it looks like it. Mike going to try and do the same? Gosh, that's so high to throw a forehand. This is not an easy
saw
task.
how close he cut it, too.
Yeah.
And look where he ends up. He still hasn't reached the basket. He's still 30 left.
Yeah. Kyle's a little bit closer, but not much. Here is James for the birdie, but realistically looking at a 3.
Yeah, it looks like the creek was pretty dried up.
Yeah. We got Mike looking for a 2. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, that was a nice putt.
It was.
That's definitely one that could have gone in the creek as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good little jumper. Kyle looking to keep pace. Well done.
Nice. He's kind of got the old school Wysocki putt.
He does with the other foot, though.
Yeah.
That's funny. And Josh doing Josh things, making a putt. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And looks like Proctor will clean up the par. That's at least our 3rd hole with 3 birdies on it. These guys are playing some good golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Looks like Josh still has, I guess that's now an 8-stroke lead over James with Kyle just 1 back of that. Taking the last hole of part 1, hole 9, par 3, 396.
Beauty of a backhand roller shot. It might look like a forehand, but that's a hard right that you have to get to really get it there.
Uh-huh.
Ideally, you want to cut inside of that tree with the backhand roller as Josh is going, but you run the risk of hitting all that stuff on the right side and potentially even rolling in the creek.
Gotcha. So where'd he end up?
I think he caught some stuff, but it knocked him down, so he didn't go in the creek, but it's going to be maybe a difficult save.
Okay. Can Kyle get there with his monster forehand?
He does have a monster forehand, but he clips that branch and it shoots him off towards the creek. I think he is in a similar position to Josh.
Oh, wow. Mike going to go roller?
I think so. I think it would be virtually impossible to pull off a pure turnover air shot.
Uh-huh.
And
solid jukes right there. Way to get out of the way.
Or not so solid. I heard the guy suggesting he could have just run the other way.
He's probably not wrong. Proctor also going to lay down a roller.
This looks tasty.
Nice. Get over there.
Heading towards Nick Sears, working another camera.
Okay.
Host of the disc golf show on the podcast. Go check that out.
Oh, yeah. Right on. So, Kyle, does he have a line to the basket here, Ben?
Maybe a really low one with a skip. That's
Okay.
what he's doing.
Ooh.
And
Got
wow,
some
what a flare.
Yeah, I got some great ground action on that.
I think he actually ended up going way past it.
Did he really? Wild.
Yeah.
So here is Mike. I finished pretty much pin high left.
Yeah.
Pitches
Pretty
up.
basic up from there.
Yeah. We got going right there.
That's Josh, and Josh had a little more of an open look than Kyle.
Ah, okay.
Was able to lay that up relatively easily.
And here is James for a stroke on the card.
Ooh.
Gosh. Even that
Nice
great
hook
roller,
up to it.
he wasn't that close. You know?
No, yeah. Still pretty far out there.
Mm-hmm. There's Josh cleaning up. I'm sure the rest of the gang will do so shortly.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kyle's
no,
got a
except
long
for
look
Kyle.
back for par, yeah.
Wow, he went real far.
Yep.
Oh, good bid, though.
Ooh, yep.
He will take a bogey, unfortunately. James saves his par,
Has Kyle had a par on this front nine?
as does Mike.
I think Kyle may have parred 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. He's riding the roller coaster, but he's on top.
Yes. Yep. There's Kyle with a bogey. There's a pretty good gallery, Ben.
Yeah, always. This is one of my favorite galleries, in fact. Sacramento crowd always comes out pretty strong.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, that is the end of part 1. Josh going into part 2 with what? Got 8-stroke lead? Yeah.
Pretty strong lead, but
Yep.
you guys can't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil too much, but let me tell you, there's some things in the second half that, yeah, I don't have an adequate non-spoiler to tease you guys with. I'm just saying.
Come back and watch it.
Dude, you guys got to watch it, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.